Okay, so we're surrounded by brands every single day, right? But have you ever stopped and wondered why some of them just feel different? Why we feel this genuine, almost personal connection to them? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on the secret language they use to speak directly to our subconscious.
I mean, really think about it. Why do you feel a real connection to certain brands? It's more than just liking a product, isn't it? It's this loyalty, this feeling that's kind of hard to put your finger on.
For so many of us, it's a brand like Lego, you know? Just thinking about it can bring back that feeling of pure creativity, of just clicking those bricks together and building whatever you could imagine. That's a really powerful, positive memory. Or maybe for you, it's Disney. That feeling of magic, that sense that dreams can actually come true. It's something that's probably been with you since you were a kid. And then you've got the raw energy of a brand like Harley-Davidson. It's all about freedom, a little bit of rebellion, breaking the rules. So whether it's creativity, magic, or freedom, these feelings are incredibly strong. They're almost like the personalities of people we know and love. So what's going on here? Is it just really good ad copy or some kind of marketing trick? Well, the short answer is no. The connection we're feeling is way, way deeper, and it's all happening on a subconscious level. The answer to this whole mystery is a really powerful concept called brand archetypes. This is the secret language that the world's most loved brands are using to build these lasting connections with us. Now, a brand archetype isn't some new marketing fad. It's a tool that's grounded in decades of psychological research. It basically lets a brand take on the personality of a universal pattern of behavior that deep down, we all instinctively get. Okay, so where do these universal patterns even come from? To understand that, we have to rewind the clock a bit, back to the early 20th century and the work of a groundbreaking Swiss psychiatrist. His name was Carl Jung, and he came up with this revolutionary idea that we don't come into the world as a total blank slate. He argued that we all share a common psychological inheritance, sort of like a mental blueprint. He called this the collective unconscious. Think of it like a shared hard drive for all of humanity. It's filled with these universal symbols and character types, these archetypes, that we all just recognize without ever being taught. It's the reason why the same kinds of stories and myths pop up in totally different cultures all over the world. And this is where it all clicks into place. You see, these archetypes aren't just random. Each one is basically the personification of a core human desire we all have. The desire for freedom, that gives us the explorer. The desire for mastery, that's the hero. But it goes deeper. The desire for safety gives us the innocent, like the brand Dove. The desire for innovation brings us the creator, think Apple. Brands tap into these fundamental drives by taking on the personality of that archetype, and that gives them a really deep psychological anchor. So let's see how this actually plays out in the real world. Because once you learn to spot these patterns, I promise you're going to start seeing these archetypes everywhere, from your favorite movies to the brands sitting in your pantry right now. First up, the hero. This one's pretty easy to get. The hero is all about mastery. They want to overcome a huge challenge, save the day, and prove they've got what it takes through sheer guts and determination. And here we go, you see that connection in action. Nike is the perfect hero archetype. Their whole message isn't just about sportswear. It's about empowering you, helping you overcome adversity, and achieving greatness. It's that same powerful energy we feel watching a character like Maximus in Gladiator rise up and conquer everything. All right, next up, the magician. This archetype wants power, but not in a controlling way. It's about transformative power. They want to make dreams a reality and create those moments of wonder that feel, well, magical. And of course, Disney is the ultimate magician brand. I mean, their slogan is literally where dreams come true. They take us on these journeys of transformation and create magical experiences, a lot like Gandalf, the wise visionary who guides characters toward their incredible destiny. And finally, let's look at the explorer. The explorer is all about one thing: freedom. They have this deep, inner drive to push past their comfort zone, to adventure out into the unknown, and in doing so, discover who they really are. The North Face is a classic explorer brand. They're not just selling you outdoor gear, they're selling the promise of adventure and self-discovery. Their call to never stop exploring taps into that exact same desire for discovery that makes a character like Indiana Jones so iconic and so cool. So this is more than just a fun way to sort characters and brands.
For businesses, actually understanding these archetypes is a total strategic game changer, and here's why.
And here it is, the crucial point that makes this so incredibly powerful. According to Harvard professor Gerald Zaltman, a staggering 95% of our purchasing decisions, they're made subconsciously, not with logic, but with gut feeling and intuition. So by aligning with an archetype, brands can speak directly to that subconscious 95%. They get to stop competing on just features and price and start building a real, relatable personality. This is the archetype advantage. It lets them create a deep emotional bond, stand out from the crowd, and give their brand a meaning that makes us, the customers, actually care.
And you know what? It works. Research shows that brands that pick one archetype and really stick to it, what they call tightly defined brands, their value grows significantly more than brands with a confused or inconsistent personality. Consistency is absolutely key to building that familiar human-like connection.
So this whole framework doesn't just explain marketing, it gives you a brand new lens to see the world through. Think about the brands you're really loyal to. What's the underlying story they're telling you? Are they a hero, pushing you to be better? A jester, inviting you to just live in the moment? Or maybe an outlaw, giving you permission to break the rules? The next time you choose a product, ask yourself, am I just buying something, or am I buying into a story about who I want to be?